What's up everybody, Matt Maran here, and tonight Dodge has revealed the Dodge Charger Daytona SRT Concept, and Dodge says performance made us do it. So it's the first electric car here that Dodge has done that is really wild. I mean, it's got so many crazy features, and reading through all this stuff, I just was constantly like floored, like wow, this thing is crazy. And it's just so creative and just unique with the way they implemented some of these new technologies that are patent pending, and I mean, all these things they invented. It's just so creative and so cool. For example, it's the first electric car with an exhaust called the Fratsonic chambered exhaust that can go up to 126 decibels, making it as loud as a Hellcat while also being faster than a Hellcat in every performance metric, according to Dodge. Much of that will be thanks to it having all-wheel drive, but also thanks to the 800-volt propulsion system that they're calling Banshee. There's no horsepower numbers yet, but the teaser video from last year shows it's powerful enough to at least do a four-wheel burnout, and it also has a power shot mode that gives an extra burst of power, and that power also runs through what they're calling now an erupt multi-speed transmission with electromechanical shifting. So they didn't say how many speeds it'll have, but Porsche's Taycan and the Audi e-tron GT are the only mainstream EVs with a transmission, and in those it's a 2-speed. And I just have to say that I love the styling on this thing. It is so creative. Again, it just the way they incorporate all these new elements. So you'll see, it has the blocky styling at first glance that you're used to, from something like a Challenger. But the way that they were actually able to do that is with this new thing called the R-Wing in the front that provides you that blunt front end with basically like an aero bridge front spoiler there for what you're looking at there. It's the edge of the front hood technically. But as you see, it actually is inspired by the Daytona race car from 1969 with the hood that really actually scoops down, and you'll see that that whole front end, that whole grille is basically just an aero pass through. It's really sweet though, the way that they incorporated that to kind of trick your eyes into seeing a more blunt front end, whenever in reality it's this really swoopy thing behind that little bit of bodywork there. And a great evolution of the styling as well with the lighting elements, and it just looks like very similar to what we've seen in the past with those elements, but again just takes them to the next level, makes them a little more futuristic, and just looks so cool. Another really cool touch is that it's now also a hatchback in the back, so you have better practicality. It has rear seats that fold flat. I think that'll also really help whenever it comes time for people to actually buy these things, to be able to justify them a little bit better. With everyone loving SUVs and stuff, if at least you have a little more practicality with a hatch, that might actually help it to justify purchase for someone that might need a little bit of extra practicality. So I think that's also pretty brilliant. Also inside, it gets a driver-centric cockpit with a flat-bottom steering wheel, a 16-inch gauge cluster screen, an 8x3-inch head-up display, and a 12.3-inch infotainment screen. It also has ambient attitude adjustment lighting that lights up all the cool elements inside there too. And a lot of that stuff, we'll see how much of that transitions to production, but there's some really cool lighting elements there. Lots of carbon fiber too, which that might get nixed at least for lower cost models. But other cool touches you can see are a flip up cap for the start button and the modernized pistol grip shifter, which is really cool as well. It also will have paddle shifters, so we'll see how many gears there are, but if the transmission only has 2 gears, might be limited usability for those, but very cool they're including them still. And it also has a steering wheel mounted drive mode selector, and they have several different drive modes you can pick from as well. And so all of these specific details about the measurements for all these different things and just how in-depth they've gone with all this, makes me think that this is actually, fairly production ready. A lot of the parts you see on the inside as well seem to be, fairly production ready, nothing too far out there. So I, think that this will actually lead to a production model fairly soon. There's rumors we could see a production version that'll be arriving by 2024. We'll have to see if, it comes that soon or not. But anyway, that's about all the main highlights here of this new Charger concept. It is wild though. I mean, I kind of actually want one. It just looks so cool. I love the styling. I love all the innovation, and it just really has floored me in every single way. I'm very excited to see you know, how this transitions into a production vehicle, and you know, following all these developments as they happen, you know, on the road to production for this thing. It's I'm very, very excited with the direction they're going here with this new Charger. But let me know what you think about it in the comments below, and be sure to stay tuned also for the weekly update this week, where I'll go over all the other new introductions that Dodge had this week for Speed Week, with the new Dodge Hornet, the convertible Challenger that's going to be coming here, and you know, a few other things that they also rolled out. And so anyway, thank you all very much for watching. Let me know your thoughts once again on all this stuff in the comments below, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.